What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Comic Caves comic review. We've got the graphic novel of Batman The Long Halloween. We're going to be going down this issue by month.
Yes, just like they came out.
Yeah. So if you don't know Batman The Long Halloween, you're in for a treat because this is written by Jeff Loeb and the late Tim Sale, fantastic artist.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. to that king.
Yeah. And so we're going to start this in October and then every month release one, right?
Well, you see, that would be what
That would have been a smart
if we were
idea.
planning this.
Yeah.
That's how we would have done it.
We got sidetracked by The Simpsons.
Yes.
Because Simpsons did it first. So now we're going with Batman, The Long Halloween, going into
So
every month.
we're gonna get everybody caught up with the first two issues in this video, and just Thanksgiving just passed. We'll end on a nice Thanksgiving turkey.
Yep.
No spoilers. And then next week we'll do the Christmas issue.
Yes. So we've
Let's get this out of the way. Just wanted to show it off. The only thing that's really different about this one compared to that, other than
size.
the size, it's on glossy paper, which I don't think looks very great, but it does have a really nice little tribute to Archie Goodwin that is super nice that I didn't see in that one.
Yeah.
Hey, is that signed?
This is signed by Tim Sale.
Wow.
We got also an introduction with Christopher Nolan and David Goyer, who this was when they were talking about the Batman, not the Batman, the Dark Knight. So
You see a lot of
and this also has a dedication to the memory of Archie Goodwin. Not a nice little spread.
It's still nice. It's still nice.
These covers are so iconic and so beautiful. And anytime I've seen these books at the comic store, I always pick them up. I always have to pick them up if they're the right price, of course.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, this is a fantastic story, starting with this, and it starts off with the crime bosses having a nice little party.
Well, that's Bruce.
No, but it starts off with the crime bosses.
Oh, okay. Yes.
It's super reminiscent of like The Godfather and like a lot of those old crime movies. Very mobster feel. It feels very human. Mm-hmm. And I mean,
it doesn't feel like a superhero story at all. It's just straight out starts off with the crime family doing some dealings in the back. You've got Bruce eavesdropping, trying to figure out what's going on, what they're talking about. And then we get if you've never read a Batman book, this would be the perfect book for you, I feel. This book is like Batman at its core. You see Batman's story, you see who he is as the detective. And then you get the introduction of his love interest, Selena Kyle.
How great is that?
Well, more importantly, too, you see the side of Bruce.
You see
who
Bruce.
he is as a businessman,
Yes.
and it's like, what would Batman be doing at a mob boss's party? But you realize that as his responsibility as Bruce is to infiltrate as many areas of the world as he can, and this is exactly what he's doing. So I think it's perfect to open up with Bruce because that's really who deep down that's who he is. It's Bruce Wayne. He's doing this because he has to, not because he wants to. And he makes it clear, even as Bruce Wayne, when they're asking him for his vote, like, I bet we can count on your vote. He says, don't count on it. Right. Nor will I try to sway the council in your favor. So it's like, yeah, he's still Batman, but he's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Like, right on. Yeah.
And what I was telling Lego is, like, Jeff Loeb's writing is fantastic, but Tim Sale's art fits this like, Batman look of what Golden Age would look like, or what Golden Age should have looked like. We've got our Golden Age, but this is like our modern age Golden Age.
100%. There's a lot of Darwin Cook isms in it.
But this was before Darwin Cook.
Sure, but I feel like their influences come from a very similar time and similar like artists, and Tim is completely different artist, but I feel like they're both kind of at least came up in the same way.
Yeah, they're trying to respect the art by keeping it going,
right?
Even in a modern age.
And it's really clear storytelling too. His compositions, even though he does crazy things like this, it's very obvious what's happening in each page and each panel and where the lettering goes. And that's another thing that makes it accessible to new readers, I think. is the storytelling is clear. You don't have to be you don't have to explain how to read it.
Well, like as an artist too, you're given the free range to do what you want to do. You're given some instruction, but I would love to know whose idea this was to go and fade into black, and then as he wakes up after he's been knocked out, he goes from being in the black square and then opening back up to a panel, so it ends on 1/8. You know what I mean?
And this is we see Harvey Dent as Harvey Dent, the district attorney, who's trying to bring down the mob and is trying to infiltrate and see what's going down and what they're all doing, but he gets his ass beat and has to go to Gordon and try to tell Gordon, let's just go break this down and let's put these guys behind bars. But there's ways of doing this, Harvey. Like, you just can't go in there, and why are you putting yourself in there with no backup?
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this? And then the party's still going. We see Falcone. He's got that scratch across his face. Where did he get that? Was it by the Catwoman?
I don't know. Tune in to Win in Rome.
Good little throwback to Win in Rome. But yeah, we see the meeting of Batman and Catwoman as a nice splash page. She's doing what she does best, and that's trying to steal.
I like this too. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of this like repeating type stuff where the characters have double lives, and like we saw like Bruce, we saw Selina, and we saw Harvey, and they're all introduced in this party setting. This is like the front they put on, and then now we're seeing them as their alter egos, or their true selves, is what some people might say.
So yeah, Batman catches Catwoman trying to break in, and then the mob comes shooting in.
Little smoke bomb.
Smoke bomb action for them to make their escape. And they're trying to figure out.
Great colors too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, that's incredible.
And then just the way he draws them. They're straight falling down from the building, but they're not falling down. They're like, it's wild.
Yeah, that's a really cool. The perspective really sells it. It barely even looks like buildings. It just looks like you've got like some speed lines almost, just like straight lines on where to look. It's cool.
Batman thinks he could save Catwoman, but she don't need no saving. She's out of there, and only for him to be getting the call. It's time to go to the rooftop to talk with Commissioner Gordon and Harvey Dent. Gentlemen.
And this is reminiscent of the scene in The Dark Knight where he's like, if I can get you Gordon, can you get him to talk? I can get him to sing.
And how about that right there? Foreshadowing with shadow.
Right? Foreshadowing with shadow. Oh yeah, that's how it happened.
This is a great story if you've never read it.
What so this all comes directly, well, I don't know if directly, it's probably like 8 or 9 years after Year One originally came out.
Year One came out in 86, and I think this came out in like 92, 93.
Something like that. So
say somewhere, but we won't.
But the point is, if you've read Year One, this is kind of, I guess, even though they did a Year Two, 96. I'd say this is feels more like a Year Two to me. Yeah. This feels like it kind of spins directly out of the Mazzucchelli Miller story.
Yeah, definitely, hell yeah. Plus the art style is so noir, like that one was. So
it matches.
Agree. I agree.
If I was gonna say recommend, maybe I'd hand them a Year One and this to follow it up.
Definitely. There we see.
This is a quintessential Batman story.
Like,
you have to read this one.
If you say you're a Batman fan and you never read Long Halloween.
Are you really a Batman fan?
Right. Yeah.
Are you?
And so here we have the classic Bruce Wayne story, right?
No, this is a hit.
Yeah, this is Richard.
Hit job.
But it's like it's reminiscent.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Yeah, it's a throwback to
It's the same. Like we've all seen this. We understand what's happening
what this is,
when we look at that. And then the black and white, the holiday killer, got the 22 and the nipple. That's some Spielberg cuts too, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's cool.
And you can see how it reads almost like a movie, dude. Like, you could play this in your head. Like, it's so beautifully done. Oh, jeez. Beautiful.
And that's another mobster homage.
Right.
Very cool.
What better way to be murdered than in the tub? Not a lot of cleaning needing to be done.
Jesus.
Talk about your considerate murderer.
Yeah. At least they did it in the bathroom. Easy to clean.
Just some soft soap. Clean away.
Wow.
Oh,
You got some detective work going down. They're trying to figure out the baby bottle nipple for a silencer. Cheap but effective.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either. We gotta
After this
test it out.
video, nipple sales are gonna go through the roof.
Now we got the meeting again at the bat and the cat.
I like that. The bat and the cat. Ooh. And all that shmoney.
Look at all that cheddar. Some men don't care about money. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
You can tell Christopher Nolan ripped so many of the scenes off of this page, off these pages.
Dude. Like, come on, forget about it. And then what happens here? Harvey goes home.
Kapow!
Home to blow up, and that's the scene on episode 1, issue 1. I got that sketch.
Yeah, you do.
Now we go into
issue number 2.
Issue number 2, which is chapter 2, Thanksgiving. And who's that on the cover? Solomon Grundy and 2 dead guests. Guess the turkey wasn't well done. Harvey Dent is dead, as Batman announces.
So the juxtaposition of the first page of the first issue was opening up as Bruce, and now it's opening up as
Batman.
We're gonna see a lot of that, a lot of the mirroring,
which is that's something that's planned out. That's really well
100%.
thought out, and and it works really well within the story.
And this is another one of those. This is clear. It's obvious that you read this as a panel, and then this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you do a 2-page spread that's clear.
They guide your eyes so well. It's just some more. We're not trying to give a...
Well, yeah, let's... I mean, this is a 20-year-old story at this point.
True.
Like,
that's true.
So they're trying to figure out the hit, and they're kind of pinching these guys because they know
they're taking all the small-time criminals that they can get rounded up, and they're rounding them up, and they're slowly questioning each one of them to figure out who murdered Harvey Dent, because all of them wanted Harvey Dent gone because he was putting them all away one by one.
Here we're seeing a nice chase scene.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
And there's no need for dialogue. It's all just running.
Right.
And the coloring on this...
It lets you know it's a flashback.
Yeah.
And look at that. Such good motion. You understand this guy's not stable. He's running for his life.
Straight into the sewer. Batman is just telling him, like, I haven't got nothing, but guess what happens? There he is. The monster. The Hulk. Marvel's answer. TC's answer, the Hulk, who's older than the Hulk. Solomon Grundy.
Isn't Solomon Grundy much older?
Much older.
Somebody give me a check on how, what's his first appearance sitting at right now?
All-Star. It's like $9,000.
Damn.
I thought I could buy it. I was like, you know, it'd be cool.
He's a beautiful character. I love this character.
Yeah.
He's violent.
He
Doesn't say a lot, but he does damage for sure.
Gentle Giant.
Definitely.
Great Batman right there. It's a good drawing.
That is a Tim Sale Batman.
I love the cowl ears.
Yep.
Always has them nice and pointy and up there.
It's interesting how he draws the cowl, because it feels like just shadow. It doesn't feel like it's actually like a different part of the face, at least to my eye.
But yeah, they pressed him for as much as they could. Now it's time to send him away.
We've seen this
And
with Alberto,
of,
the good son.
We saw that earlier.
He's
in the first issue.
the Romans kid. And then this is the mother of that guy who was killed earlier, the guy in the tub. His nephew?
Mm-hmm.
Nephew,
Yeah.
right? She ain't happy.
They're all being held.
Working out their plan, how we going to get it figured out. We're going to, they go in and they basically spill the beans on everything.
Because they want out. And then, bam.
Master of disguise. Very cool.
Right. The old switcheroo. The old, you thought I was that guy, but I'm not that guy. And then it shows the sacrifices.
Then we find, the collateral damage of the wife.
But also how rough it is to be Harvey and to be Commissioner Gordon and to be Bruce in a city like Gotham.
They're never able to spend time with their family, and their family grow up resenting them instead of being thankful for all the sacrifices they do.
Solomon Grundy's grateful.
Yeah, Solomon Grundy's gets a nice dinner. A Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
To the Roman.
Right.
All these guys, they're out.
Everybody's celebrating because they made bail.
Yeah.
And that's the crazy thing, that Harvey saw it coming, that they would make bail. And I like when he says, don't make bail in an hour. And then Batman goes, he lied. They made bail in less than an hour. And then boom.
And then they all got pinched.
Boom, boom, boom. And that'll take us into chapter 3.
Yeah, well,
what a good way to end your Thanksgiving dinner, being capped.
Jesus. let's do issue 3 next time.
All right.
That's right.
So we'll wrap it up with that nice little black and white, and then we'll keep digging into this Absolute edition because the paper looks nice. It's nice and
Colors
big.
look beautiful.
Color's great, and it's just a little easier to flip through, I think.
There you go. Comic Cave with our bringing of Absolute Batman: The Long Halloween. Until then, we're out. Check it out next week or next month.